What's going on, guys? Jeff's Reeftank here, giving you a December update. And as you can tell, this is from a little different perspective. This is a broader view, just stepping back for a few. This is what I normally do towards the new year, and really just get a bird's eye view on your accomplishments for the year. It's a good time to look back, reflect, make some plans and goals for the new year. But as far as my tank, it's come a very long way. This year has been plenty of trials and tribulations as far as the tank. Everybody knows from my videos, green hair algae has been my nemesis for the year, but it's been eradicated. And other than that, some minor things going on, but it's part of the hobby. So overall, I want to say that this hobby has been very good for this year. Enabled me to really look back and see how far the tank has come, how far my reefing skills have came, and also just to reflect on how YouTube is one of the things that's helped me out this year. Just the fact of doing these updates since February, starting my channel since February, it's been a year that really allowed me to get more involved with articulating how things are going, and just keeping things on point and giving those monthly updates has really helped me out. I got a lot of feedback as far as from other reefers that have commented on my videos, explaining what they went through and how they were able to resolve some of the issues. And yeah, so that's been a great help. So other than that, definitely want to let you guys know that I'm over 220 subscribers right now. So the channel is growing, and while the channel is growing, I definitely want to give a shout out to somebody who's helped me personally, and the tank personally, as far as giving some advice. That's Rico's Aquariums. Rico's the type of guy that really gives his heart into what he does. He loves the hobby. He'll give you an honest opinion, and it's based on experience. You know, if you ever looked at his old tank, his old 300, those monster colonies that he had in there, all SPS, 90% SPS, he really speaks from experience, and he speaks from his own personal trials and tribulations. So the way he's able to keep those live streams going, the marathon streams he had early this year, very entertaining. His analogies on things are something that really hits home. He's able to explain things in layman terms, and really not there to sell you on anything. He just gives his time, and definitely loves the hobby and loves to help other people out to make sure that they're successful with their reef tanks as well. So zooming into the tank a little more, as you can tell, things are doing pretty good. I do have a couple of larger colonies, but over 100 frags. So my next step is to get these frags placed on the rockscape. I did order some glue and putty to do so, so that's going to be one of my next updates. Will include that. Really have to kind of figure out what I'm going to be putting where, because 100 frags is a lot. So I think it's just a good round number for the tank, just based on the size and based on the surface area that I do have. I'm wondering what I should do with the overflows. This tank was really an old school design, even though I had it built in 2015, but it's something that with its two monster overflows on the end, and I'm wondering what I should do and how I should handle those. I'm thinking of a couple of things. Besides GSP, of course, that would be beautiful, but I think it's one of those things that it's going to grow and clog up the weirs and be a maintenance nightmare. But I thought about getting some rock and really gluing it to both overflows, and having it blend in a little bit more, and or putting some frags on the overflows as well, and having those start to grow out, and some tabling, acros and different things of that nature to kind of blend in a little more with the tank, make it look a little more natural. So other than that, one issue that I still am fighting is this green cyano or green slime. The red cyano that I did have is actually gone. I think this guy in the back, see him there, little hard to see, but he's putting in his work, that Gobi sand sifting. He's putting his work, and he turned over all the sand and is keeping it turned over, so that has enabled the red cyano to be pretty much eradicated. So no treatment, nothing, no chemicals, just natural. So that's the way I like to do things whenever possible. But yeah, other than that, everything else is looking healthy. This used to be a frag like roughly 2 months ago, and that Monty is going to be a monster. So just trying to figure out where everything should go, proper placement, because this is next year for 2019. To me, it's all going to be about growth. I think at this point I have the equipment that I need for the tank. I have replaced my return pump and calcium reactor. I have everything here ready for growth. And it's just a matter of setting this thing up and sitting back and watching it blossom. So that's going to be my plans for 2019. I'm also continuing to use my frag tank here with any new additions as they come in. This is where I have them. As some of you guys may remember, this is the one frag that had acro eating flatworms on it. Those are gone now. I was able to catch it, re-dip it again, and keep it here quarantined. But this coral is about to go into the main display. It's ready to go. And other than that, I have one new fish addition as well that I'm keeping here in one of my QT tanks. A little hard to see, I know it's dark here, but powder blue tang, baby one. So juvenile, should I say. So he's in there for a while. I'm gonna keep him hanging out in there for a while, just to make sure that the transition from the quarantine to the main display goes good. I plan on introducing him with a couple of other fish as well, because we got a couple of big tanks here that really try to run things. This is another new addition to the tank as well. Cold tang, really doing beautifully. He actually is taking over that half of the tank. So I actually put him right in because I can tell he was healthy and he's able to fend for himself. So, but yeah, other than that, I selectively QT and I selectively for corals and fish. And that's just based on the look, based on how they seem to be eating in the LFS. And I like to buy my fish from the LFS whenever possible, just to make sure I can observe them, just make sure there's nothing on their fins, nothing on their gills, nothing on their skin, and they're eating aggressively. So I know that will do well in an established tank. But other than that, that's about it for this update, guys. Appreciate every single one of you for staying tuned, for subscribing, and for commenting on my tank over the year. And I'm looking forward to 2019, and may it be a very, very successful one for yourselves as well. And hope you guys stay tuned. All right. Happy New Year's, guys.